Welcome back to another Pete Reviews Some Kit. The big question, the one that you'll see all over social media, is boots. What are the best boots? Well, to be honest, the best boots are the boots that fit you well, are comfortable and give you the most support. And that's up for you to decide, to go and try lots of pairs on. Lots of people will tell you these are the best boots, these are the best boots. If you look after a pair of boots, they're all good. And for your average stalker, recreational stalker, most of the boots you go out there and buy will last you a long time. A lot of the people that moan and kill boots are guys that are out there using their boots 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. And sometimes they forget to do the care of their boots. And that's what the downfall of the boots is. It's not actually the physical boot itself that's failing, it's everything else. It's the environmental conditions around the boot that kills it. But if you're starting out new and it's not something you've thought about before, a good old pair of walking boots. This is an old pair of Scarpa Mantas. These were my hiking boots, and they've done many days stalking, many days rabbit shooting and things like that. They're still going, but that's because I've always cared for the leather. I've put leather treatment into them. Yes, if you look, the leather's starting to crack and starting to wear. They don't get used as much now, but you could put those back on your feet, wear them for a few days. They are actually a proper walking boot, which will take a crampon, a light crampon. So Scottish weather, Scottish winters, kind of the boots I used to use all the time. But say you want something that gives you a bit more support, maybe just a little bit more, you want that little bit extra height in the leg. But budget's still a problem. Army surplus, we spoke about it in the previous video about clothing. Well, these boots here, these have been used, these got abused. They've done a grouse season, at least 2 grouse seasons, but they're a set of Hayeks. When I got them, they were virtually new. You can buy like grade 1, grade 2 army surplus boots. What does that mean? Well, grade 1 boots basically mean that they've been worn, but not for very long. The chances are somebody joined as a squaddy, wore these boots around the parade yard a few times, polished them a bit, maybe quit. The boots don't go back into recirculation. They instantaneously get sent out to army surplus. You can tell these have been used. The soles are virtually worn out on them. But again, treat them. They're mostly leather. They're waterproof. For 50 quid, if they do you a year, if they do you 2 years, great pair of boots. I swore by them for a long time. They did me well. But yeah, something to look into. Then you step up to the next level. Obviously, you're going to pay bigger money for these, and there's a lot of different boot companies out there. Most of you know, obviously I like my Hakila kit. These are the Hakila Ridge 2. I've treated them. Everybody will say, oh, they don't look like they've done much work. Well, let me tell you, they've done a whole season on the stags, running around the hills. The thing what I do with them is I bring them home and I treat them. I'll put mink oil on them, make sure that they're actually dried out slowly, and your boots will last for a long time. Realistically, you're new to stalking and you want something that's going to keep you going. Any pair of boots, as long as you're comfortable in them and they fit you, that's what's really important. There's no point in buying the best pair of boots to find out it's too narrow on your feet or they're uncomfortable. Big tip that I'm going to give you, once you've got a pair of boots, some boots change the inner soles on them. Some of the inner soles that the manufacturers put in are pretty thin. They can be really uncomfortable, and they can do your feet they sometimes do your feet no good. Find a pair of inner soles that give you comfort and support, swap them out. All my boots, I change the inner soles out. I put a much more memory foam style of inner sole in there. It's like walking with slippers at the end of the day. Happy days, and go and enjoy your hunt.